Okay, massive treat for us guys here. You cannot have a discussion about a GOAT of MMA without having this man involved. Massive fight coming up. The current one championship champion, Demetrious Johnson. Mate, I know you are a very busy man. I appreciate your time. Thank you for just giving these quick 10 minutes to have a little chat, mate. Thank you very much. First off, I just want to say how's training going? Obviously, this is the third fight with you and Adriano Moraes, the rubber match. I just want to ask you first though, before one championship coming back to America, what's it going to be feel? What's it feel like for you to knowing that you're going to be able to perform in front of all the US fans again?
It feels amazing. Just the fact that, I'll have to do the 18-hour travel, right?
Yeah.
Get adjusted to the Singapore time zone or Asia time zone. And, the wife, the kids can come and see me compete for the first time. Well, my children, my wife's been in all my fights. I'm just super excited, man, to finally be back in the US. I mean, last time I fought here was 2018. So super pumped. And it's sold out arena in Colorado. I'm very grateful.
They've made no games here, one championship. It sold out like that, didn't it? Obviously, with someone with your credibility on the top of the bill, that was always expected anyway. Going back to your training for this fight, obviously this is the third fight between you and Adriano now. It's one apiece. You both had knees to the head KOs. Have you done anything different from what you did in the second camp or the first camp? Are you still adding little bits in? I obviously don't want to give any game plan away, but are you adding little bits or are you keeping it very similar?
We're keeping it similar. Obviously it's the third time going around Adrian Moraes. We looked at the very first fight, the second fight. We took a lot of good things away from both those fights and some of the negative things I did in the fight, and we kind of implemented to the training. As far as getting ready for the altitude in Colorado, we're gonna go out there early to get adjusted, and then other than that, I would say typically today I would go train this morning, but Matt was like, you know what, don't even worry about training. I like where you're at. Don't want you to be overtrained. Take tomorrow off, and then we'll pick it back up on Thursday. And I'm like, all right, perfect. So training's going great.
I'm just going to pull it back now to that first fight. Now, obviously, Adriano, he gave you your first stoppage loss. In the rematch, you bounced back like you'd upped not just one level. You looked like you'd gone up about 3 or 4 levels. You looked almost untouchable in the rematch. How was it mentally after that stoppage loss? Was there anything playing on your mind after that, or did you just shake it off and just get yourself back in there? And because the rematch, you looked untouchable.
Yeah, I think, seeing all the greats in this sport get through, I've been in the career of mixed martial arts for a very, very long time, right? And I always tell people, the longer you stay around at a party, you might end up a little bit drunk.
It's a game of averages, mate. It's going to happen sometime, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, right. And so, with that first fight, Adriana getting knocked out, and then coming back and fighting Adriana, not Adriana, but Ratane, fighting him, one of the dangerous strikers on the feet in one championship. It kind of like, I could take a shot. Like I took a clean shot from Ratane. I was like, okay, I could take a shot. And then coming back to fight Adriana the second time, I was like, okay, well, we know what's going to happen. I'm going to push the pace and try to make him fight me and see what happens.
That first loss of yours, obviously that was you'd fought in an organisation for many, many years which didn't have the rule of the knee to the head, which is what stopped you. Do you think that played anything to do with that? Because that was the first time I've ever seen you get a grounded knee. Do you think that had anything to do with that?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I've been rocked before. John Dotson's rocked me. Justin Benavidez has rocked me, and I've been dropped, and I try to get up like that. And trying to get up that way. And Adriano was able to use that role to his benefit, and I've used it before too when I fought Yuya Wakamatsu. That was just my demise in that fight. If I would have went to my back and played like I did in the second fight, played off my back more jiu-jitsu, elbows, trying for the armbar triangles, I think it would have been a different outcome. But we can't rewrite history. It's what's done is done. Now we're moving to the third fight, and I'm looking to go out there and stop him again.
Well, let's go to the second fight now because I thought that performance from you. What surprised me, I was on the same card in that. I couldn't believe how big he is for the weight. He's fucking bigger than me, and I fight in the weight division above. He's humongous. I was stood next to him. I was like, wow, this guy is huge. Your game plan in that fight, I thought you fought almost pretty much the perfect fight for me. Obviously, it's 1-1 now. You've seen everything. Do you think he's played every hand he's got now? Or do you think coming into this third fight, he'll have something else that you haven't seen yet?
I said, I've been around the game for a very long time, and I think I've seen everything. Even the first time we fought, I've seen that style before with Dominic Cruz, negating the fight, running around, trying to avoid the fight. And the second time, I was like, okay, he's going to run, so I'll just take my time getting to him. When we get there, we're going to fight, right?
Yeah.
Like you're in a cage, you're going to fight. And so with the third fight, I can see him probably be more patient, trying to pick his shot and trying to wait for me to overextend. But that's the beautiful thing about fighting is that you have to come to fight. Like every time, like that's one thing I love about watching you fight. Every time you fight, it's this. It's this, it's this, it's this.
You know what? And sometimes it works in my favour, and sometimes it don't. Like you just said, you turn up to the party. How many times you're going to get drunk, bro? I've been drunk many fucking times. Trust me. But it's just like, yeah, it's like you say, it's one of them things, isn't it? And I thought your movement, as well as coming there, the way you set everything up in that fight was perfect game plan. I thought.
Thank you. Yeah, we're looking forward. We like I said, I told the team, I was like, hey, I mean, we're going to this fight, and I just want to get back. It's round 6. You know, we did 2 rounds the first time. We got 4 rounds. So, yeah, it's round 6 or it's round 7. And I'm going to go out there and start off where I left off.
Let's go to your fight camp now, because you brought Henry Cejudo into your camp. Obviously, going from enemies and now you're friends. You fought in a different organisation, obviously. What's it been like having him in camp with you, and how's that training been? And also, is there still a little bit of needle there when you're sparring and you're wrestling, you're training and stuff?
Training with Henry's always been great. You know, me and him are 1-on-1 apiece as well. We're very good friends now. We talk to each other all day. He literally just texted me the other night and said, dude, I think I'm gonna do this in the fight. And I was like, dude, you can do it. Like, you have the skill set, you have the speed, you have the footwork, you can make it happen. Just remember, you got 5 rounds to get it done. You don't have to get done in the first or the second. Just go out to take your time. And you know, when we spar, is there a little little needle like, oh, I'm gonna one up you? You know, honestly, not really, because we respect each other so well.
Yeah.
And we know we're both in this business to make money. Right?
Yeah.
We both want to see each other succeed. He's got a daughter, I got 3 kids, and we're like, you know, we're like, man, if we had all the money in the world, we wouldn't be fighting. We're at the end of the day, me and him are true athletes. We're like, we've been through hell. We know what it's like to go to hell. We don't want to go back to hell. But we'll go back. We'll go back to get the bag.
Yeah, I like that answer. You touched on earlier, just saying you've been around this game a long time. You've had a lot of fights. You've had a lot of fight camps. What is your secret to longevity? Because I think you're similar age to me. You're still at the top of your game now, and you don't look like you're going to be slowing down. What are your secrets for the longevity of a fighter?
Honestly, for me, I think it's the time off. Like, I know that might sound crazy, but prior to getting into this camp, I fought Adriano in August, I believe. And then from August to November, I didn't spar one bit. Didn't spar. Didn't take any punches in the face. Didn't punch anybody in the face. I just worked on my grappling and stayed healthy and did conditioning, essentially.
Young fighters, listen to this man, what he's saying now. I say this all the time. You don't have to be smashing each other's head in sparring. So take note. This is one of the GOATs who he's telling you it.
Yeah, and you know, don't get me wrong. Like the last couple of sparring sessions, you know, last night's sparring session, we did like 8 and 9 rounds, and you know, I was going hard, pushing myself, getting myself ready for the fight. But when I don't have a fight camp coming up, I don't focus on sparring at all. It's like there's no reason to get hit in the head. I can't wait till I don't have to get hit in the head anymore. So I think it might be that just staying healthy and eating good and not doing drugs. And I've been blessed with a healthy body.
I know you're in camp and stuff now, mate, so I'm not going to keep you too much longer. Just one more question. After this fight, you win, that's that saga finished. What's next for Demetrious Johnson after that?
We'll see. You know, like you said, I've been in this game for a very long time, and I've been working on other avenues of life, and we'll see. You know, I mean, I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 after this fight, and you know, I'm just taking it day by day. You know, I feel father times are pulling me away from fighting. My kids are competing in jiu-jitsu now. My daughter's getting older. Love being around the wife, and I love creating content on the YouTube channel and just other businesses. So we'll see what happens.
Mate, massive thank you for joining us, and massive good luck for the fight. I'm sure everyone's going to be tuning in. So this is it's the 5th of May, correct?
That is
5th of May in the USA. You can get it, download the One Championship app. We'll be on pay-per-view on there. Mate, massive good luck. Thank you for joining me, pal.
Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you, man.
Good luck, mate.